And the fragile ceasefire in West Asia stands shattered as the U.S. and Iran exchanged fire over the Strait of Hormuz. The UAE reported attacks for the first time since the truce was declared nearly a month ago. The hostilities resumed after U.S. President Donald Trump announced Project Freedom, a plan for American forces to guide vessels from neutral countries through the Strait of Hormuz. Now, U.S. Central Command claimed its forces sank 6 small Iranian vessels during Apache and Seahawk helicopters. Admiral Bradley Cooper said the action came after Iran fired at American warships and commercial vessels. He added that 2 U.S.-guided missile destroyers passed through the strait into the Gulf, while 2 U.S.-flagged merchant vessels transited the opposite way. But Iran has disputed all American claims, including the sinking of Iranian boats. Iranian state television has said its Navy fired cruise missiles, rockets, and combat drones near U.S. destroyers as warning shots. It also reiterated its control of the crucial waterway.
Within this demarcated area, any ship that wants to pass through must do so with the permission of the Islamic Republic's armed forces in order to be safe. Any vessel belonging to a hostile enemy that tries to pass through will be dealt with decisively.
U.S. President Donald Trump said no significant damage had occurred as a result of these recent Iranian strikes, except to a South Korean vessel. In an interview with Fox News, he reiterated that Iranian forces would be blown off the face of the earth if they targeted U.S. ships. At another event, President Donald Trump referred to the conflict with Iran as a mini-war and said it is working out very nicely.
Like, we have a war right now, and we're into 6 weeks? They said, what's taking so long? We were in Vietnam 19 years. We're in Iraq for many years, 10 years, 12 years. We're in all these different wars. Korea, 7 years. I won't even mention World War II. That's a big baby. Our country's booming now, despite the fact that we're in I call it a mini war, because that's all they are. They don't have a Navy anymore. Think of it. They had 159 ships. How many do they have left, Kelly? Out of 159, take a guess. She's very smart. 0.
The UAE, a close U.S. ally and key air partner of Israel, said it came under a barrage of missiles and drones from Iran. Its air defenses intercepted 19 Iranian missiles and drones, and a drone attack caused a fire at an oil port in Fujairah region. The UAE has ordered all schools to switch to remote learning for the rest of the week. However, shortly after these reports, a senior Iranian official suggested it may have been a false flag attack. Ibrahim Azizi, head of the National Security Commission of the Iranian parliament, shared a post on X calling it a false flag. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said the clashes in the strait show there was no military solution to a political crisis. He warned the United States and the UAE against being drawn into a quagmire by ill-wishers, adding that Project Freedom is Project Deadlock. And for more on this, our correspondent Suzanne Darani has sent us this report from New York.
The situation in the Strait of Hormuz is escalating once again, raising questions and fears regarding that fragile ceasefire. The U.S. Central Command says that American warships have shot down Iranian cruise missiles and drones targeting Navy vessels as well as commercial ships. Attack helicopters also sank Iranian speedboats that were threatening traffic in that critical waterway. Despite this exchange, U.S. officials insist this is a defensive operation aimed at reopening one of the world's most critical shipping routes. The U.S. is reportedly asking China to urge Iran to open the Strait of Hormuz ahead of a meeting between President Donald Trump and China's Xi Jinping in Beijing. But tensions are rising fast. President Trump is turning up the pressure, warning in a recent interview with Fox that the U.S. is prepared to act decisively if Iran does not back down. Quote unquote, they'll be blown off the face of the earth. The Pentagon is expected to have a press briefing on Tuesday morning. Susan Tehrani reporting from New York for WION World is One.